Today's Captain's Blog is made possible through the support of Connor Baker. Thank you, sir. Hi there, guys. Welcome to today's Captain's Blog. We're getting things started out. It's 10:17 hours on April 25th, 2019, and I've had some people have questions about different types of wire. And while I'm standing here in Home Depot, I figure it's a really good time to explain the differences. So, main thing that most of you are going to come across is Romex. So that's the big nasty, the one that I really hate. So this is what Romex looks like. This is just standard Romex, and Romex is it looks like this, okay? And we'll tear into a piece of this, but this is what Romex is. Now this is nice modern Romex, which sucks the least. The old Romex, the cloth, rubbery insulation stuff that cracks apart and it's 50 years old and you're that's garbage. That's really bad. Then there's THHN.
No, Romex has all the wires in one.
Romex has all the wires in one, which is good and bad. This is THHN. This is what I use mainly. And this is, you'll notice it's stranded, whereas Romex is a single solid conductor. This is a whole lot of little hair conductors all together. So this is easier to bend and better to work with, and this ages better. So this is stranded, and this is 14 gauge, which is a little small for me. I like 12 gauge. So that's what I use, 12 gauge stranded THHN, which costs about 63 bucks a spool.
So for duplicating the Romex, how many of those do you need?
You need 3 of those, because Romex, inside a piece of Romex, there's 3 wires, usually. And that's black, which is your hot, white, which is your neutral, and the bare wire is your ground. And then you can get bigger THHN. It comes up into sizes as thick as your wrist, and you can get anything you want. And then there's MC, which is metallic here. And this sometimes comes preloaded, sometimes you have to run your wires in it. It's kind of a pain to pull wire through, but if you do pull wire through, you can run nice THHN stranded. This has solid conductors in it, you can see. And there's our same 3. We've got our black hot, our white neutral, and our green ground. Now this is flexible armored cable. Huh?
This one has stranded.
Yeah, some of them come with stranded. And I buy big spools of this and have tools to cut it to length and make pigtails. And this is what I use for temporary stuff that needs to be temporary. You got to be really careful with temporary electrical stuff because sometimes it can be there for years. And then there's a million other flavors and colors and types of wire, but those are the big ones to know. There's also, I was hoping to show you guys some surface entrance stuff like this. That stuff is big. You know, well, not quite that rule, but it'll look like that, and you'll see that used mainly for service entrances where it's aluminum wire. I hate aluminum wire. It's bad. There's a long story on that. But that's your little quick overview as to different types of wire. What I use is that stuff, THHN. That's what we like. Alright guys, so time is 11:44, we're back at the house, and this is Ms. Moose's laser cutter. And she needs a thing where when you when you start cutting stuff, you got the water pump on, because back here is a big water cooling system, and if you turn the laser on without the water cooling, buy a new laser. So we don't want that to happen. And the problem is, Ms. Moose is, well, she's deaf in one ear and don't listen out the other, so she can't hear the pump because she's deaf. So what we're going to do is make a handicap accessible laser pump control system. Basically, I'll put two fuck off big lights on the wall. I'll put them up there. It'll be cool. And we're going to have a red light and a green light. And when the red light's on, the pump is off. And when the green light's on, the pump is on, so that you can just look up and know that you're cool. So yesterday, I got this big, beautiful, look at that fucking pipe. I got that big conduit in. And also along the way today, we're going to remove, remember how we talked about BX conduit, or MC? This is our metal-clad, armored conduit, BX stuff. It's metal wrap conduit. It's got a slinky around it. And it's not weatherproof, but you can walk on it, and you're not going to fuck it up, and it's pretty durable. These are all going to come out because these are just temporary feeds so that we could get this shit going together. Like I use this as a temporary setup because this can hang here for years and it's not going to burn the house down. It's not going to hurt anything. Like this one right here, that's the temporary feed up to the dishwasher up there. So, and these are for like the laser over here. These are for the sublimation over here. And they're all going to come out because we're digging our way through Old Ugly. All this shit's got to get redone, and it's just one step at a time. But I had to have power to the house while we were doing everything else. So yeah, you can see here is some of that nice new Romex. Like this stuff, I don't know. It's fucking nightmare improperly wired. This is for the new addition on the back of the house that they put in. They paralleled up a couple of pieces of this to run baseboard heaters that are just, oh my god, that's bad. So this is new Romex. This is kinda new Romex. It's a little older. This is shitty old Romex. This is bad. This is more, there's a lot of this shitty old Romex. All that's gonna go away. And all this, that is so illegal. That is so bad. Holy fuck. So we're gonna just get rid of as much of that shit as we can. And we're gonna replace it with Super Skookum conduit with THHN done right. So this is the junction box, pull box, breakout box, whatever you want to call it, for this area. And we're going to bring some conduit out of that down along here. And that'll be all the outlets for the laser and the computer and the desk and all that shit. So we're going to make all that happen. And with that, I'm going to get the live stream going. You could actually tune in and watch this live today if you wanted. You can subscribe on my Patreon. The link is below. $5 a month. I'm cheap. Not as cheap as your ex-girlfriend, but I'm cheap. That's like 20 cents a day, give or take. Like, it's super cheap. And you could be on a live stream. You could be, I'm going to put that camera right there, out over here. You'll get a shot. I'll swing the monitor around so that I can see you guys. And yeah, so you can tune in and watch live. But for all the rest of you, you guys get to watch a time lapse. So I'll see you on the other side. So, time is 17:46 hours. We've been live streaming all day. I think there's like 11 people watching. You get to see a time lapse, but you don't get to see a time lapse till after this because I want to show you this. Let me turn on my temporary power. This is super ugly over here, but we'll get there. Alright, so grab an outlet tester, and so regular outlet has power. The orange outlet does not, because the light is red. Now if you flip the switch, ta-da, we got power. So when it's red it's dead, when it's green it works. And this gives you an indicator for the laser cutter to turn the water pump on. So we plug the water pump and the air pump in here, and those are located down there, and this way we have a safety indicator system. And all of that done with just 2 bulbs, a switch, and a couple outlets. The outlets are in different circuits. So, yeah. We turn off our temporary. It's getting there. And so that's done. I can wire that up tomorrow. I got to finish a pull all the way back up to there. I got it up to the pull box, but I got to go all the way down here, and that'll be 240 to replace that temporary setup there. And that one's cool. That's a 240 circuit. That circuit's already pulled. I can terminate those 2 boxes. I'm just not going to because I got to pull wires through them. I'll have to take that off to pull a circuit through. So the white there, that box and that box are all one circuit. And then this, because it's for the laser, is a separate circuit. And this is a 240 circuit. So yeah, that's progress. And that's as far as I can get today because I need a fiberglass fish tank. I don't have one here, so I gotta make that happen. And then we're cool. So that's today's Captain's Blog. And we'll get into how this worked. I'm going to let you guys comment and see if you can see how I did it. And if you can figure it out, cool. And if you can't, I'll do a lesson on that tomorrow. But I will tell you, everything you see is exactly what's there. There's nothing in the conduit or in the box except wire and Wagos. There's nothing special in there. There's no relays, no funny business at all. So how do you do that with a single switch to change state on 2 lights and switch an outlet on and off? Anybody who's a real electrician is going to know this in seconds, but for the home gamers, this is kind of a neat puzzle to figure out. How did I do that? Comment with your answer. First person to comment wins a Church of Tesla sticker and a Church of Tesla button. I'll send that off to you because we're playing with electricity, so we'll do a Church of Tesla thing out of that. But solve that puzzle. How is that done? Have fun!